If your company is still undocumented, every new AI tool just gives your chaos a better user interface. That's the trap. Most founders think the next tool, prompt library or agent stack, will finally create leverage. But if the company itself is not legible, AI just runs into missing context, bad handoffs, and inconsistent standards. I'm Hayden Miyamoto, and in this video, I want to show you 3 things. First, why most companies buy AI in the wrong order. Second, what a business brain actually is. Third, the sequence that turns business context into real leverage. Most companies do not fail with AI because they picked the wrong tool. They fail because they are buying them too early. Here's what usually happens. A company feels execution pain. Reporting is messy. Work gets dropped. The founder is the translator, so they buy more tools. A chatbot here, an automation there, maybe a few agents. But the pain was never primarily a tooling problem. The pain was that the company's logic lived in people's heads. No shared standard, no clean process map, no clear scorecard layer, no operating cadence that makes the work legible. And so the tools don't remove chaos. They often speed it up. Let me make that concrete. I once tried to automate a sales workflow before the business had actually earned automation. We spent about $40,000 and roughly 2 months building the first version. It also pulled in several hours of my own time. And after all of that, it was never meaningfully used. Why? Because halfway through, it became obvious that some of the underlying workflow logic and some of the underlying systems were still wrong. We were trying to automate a lane that was still changing underneath us. About a year later, once the logic was clearer and the AI operator's approach existed, an operator rebuilt the replacement in spare time. That version took about 2 weeks, cost effectively $0 to build, and still runs for under $50 a month. Same general goal. Completely different result. The difference was not better tools first. The difference was that the company had become understandable enough for automation to finally work. That is where the idea of a business brain comes in. A business brain is not just a place where prompts live. It is the system that makes the business understandable. A business brain is the documented, organized, improving operating system of the company. It is the place where the business becomes legible. Roles, processes, KPIs, meeting cadence, standards, workflows, trust boundaries, not because documentation is fun, but because AI cannot reliably operate inside a business that the business itself cannot explain. In practice, like a strong business brain usually has 4 layers. First, role clarity, who owns what. Second, process clarity, how does work actually move. Third, scorecard clarity, what tells us whether the system is healthy. Fourth, workflow clarity, what can be AI enabled, what can become autonomous, and what still needs human judgment. Once those layers exist, AI starts compounding instead of improvising. So if that is the system, what is the right installation order? So once the business is legible, the next question is order. And the short answer is this: context before autonomy. The best companies go in this order. First, make the business legible. Second, align the team around real priorities. Third, AI enable the humans doing the work. Fourth, identify the repeatable lanes. Fifth, automate or delegate bounded execution where trust has been earned. That is the sequence. Not tools first, not agents first, business brain first. So the takeaway is simple. If your company is still chaotic, do not ask only what tool to buy next. Ask what part of the company is still invisible. I put together a simple business brain starter map you can use. Pick one function. Map the roles, the processes, the KPIs, and the operating cadence. Do that once, and you will see very quickly why context is the real prerequisite for AI leverage.